Welcome, Queen Mink. I'm gonna get started in a minute. I've been here for like 2 minutes. We are listening to, by the way, 417 hertz. This is a frequency that removes all negative energy in and around you. So get into it, okay? I'm very random with my lives, you know what I'm saying? So I just go and the video will be here, and whoever checks in, when they check in, everything happens in divine timing in the house of Ajay, okay? So if you are here, you were most definitely meant to be here at this time and space. And I want to talk about the shifts that have been happening. Okay, so I've been, wrote down some of my downloads that I get. I know that a lot of you guys are getting downloads too. Some of you are getting ascension symptoms and don't know what they are, as far as the ringing in your ears, the very high-pitched ringing. Some people are getting it in the left ear. Some are getting it in the right ear. For me, it's an ascending. It's a ringing with an ascending pitch, meaning that it's getting higher and higher. When you are getting these, you are receiving transmissions from the higher realms. These are downloads that are going into your cellular structure, going into your DNA, and that you will decode later, and they come out as all sorts of different things. Okay, so some people get downloads and they come out as a music composition, they come out as a poem, they come out as a book, a movie, a teaching that we want to share. So we all get it in different ways. Okay, so one thing we don't want to do is be listening to other people about what your gifts, what way they should operate in, because all of our gifts are very unique. Okay, that's what is unique about those of us who work the light, is that all of our gifts are very unique. So, it's a pet peeve of people who have spiritual gifts when people come and say, well, if you can do this, then why can't you just tell me the lottery? If you can do this, then why can't you do that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, they really would have to consult the creator on that. All we know is that all of our gifts are unique, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So welcome to the other person that just joined the chat. So what I was talking about, though, is that there have been several shifts, because I know that a lot of people are waiting for the big shift on the 21st, and there's definitely going to be, what I'm saying, major upgrade and a major mass shift on that date. But understand that we've been having a lot of little minor shifts, and I don't even want to call them minor, because I don't want to grade the shifts. I mean, they're all very significant, they're all pertinent, they all are contributing to our transformation, right? So there was shifts that took place, they've been taking place. I mean, I come back and tell you guys each time that I feel these shifts. Okay, and towards at the beginning of the month, there were shifts that were coming in that were very powerful. The ones that were happening around in these like past 2 weeks, the divine feminine, I just did, in matter of fact, it's very indicative, because I did a divine feminine reading on Badass Tarot a couple of days ago. And that reading, no, it was actually I mistakenly, and I really don't believe that anything is a mistake, but I really had not intended to put the divine feminine year-end energy reading on this channel. Okay, but somehow it ended up on this channel, because I was trying to load it up to Badass Tarot too, and when I finished with it, I'm over there looking for it, like, where is my divine feminine reading? And it had actually mistakenly gotten uploaded on House of Ajay. So I left it there because, like I said, I may not have intended it, but my spirit knew something that it needed to be on this channel. Either way, if you look at that reading, The last, I believe it was the last two cards in the reading. I would say the last two or three cards were all about the video. I titled it "An Ever Increasing Glow or Light" because I think I pulled from the Divine Feminine Oracle, the Goddess of Eternal Flame. She was saying something about each day her light grows brighter and brighter. This is the energy that the divine feminine is in. And then the very last card that I pulled in the divine feminine and energy was the actual Shekinah glory, which represents the light, the actual glow that that you see around Jesus, around God. It is the feminine aspect of God, the Shekinah glory. So it was like, each card that I pulled for the divine feminine was an increasingly brighter and brighter glow of brighter and brighter light, okay, until you literally grew into the light of God. This was the divine feminine energy that I read in the reading, okay, and the shifts that have occurred in these past couple of weeks, okay, especially around the first of the month, was a major download of solar divine feminine energy coming through the sun, okay. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but the sun, it just seems, it is so powerful right now. It seems bigger, it seems closer, and it is just blazing. It's not blazing to where it's hot or burning, but it's just shining on us, okay. And it's that cosmic fire, okay, if you will, being transmitted from the galactic sun, okay, to all of the light workers on this planet, okay. And so if you are working that light, you better get out there and get some of that sun if you haven't already gotten it, honey, okay, because I've already told you guys, the sun is a portal, okay, and there's information coming in through it, okay. It's a portal to the higher realms where the archangels come from. This is where the colors from the rainbow come from. They come through as colors, okay. And I have some clips and some videos that I'm getting ready to edit to put together, because I want you guys to see what I'm talking about when I speak of this new earth energy. And I want you guys to see that some of us are already experiencing miraculous new things that are happening in the new earth, and you can literally see this beautiful, colorful, angelic energy coming through the sun. You can see angels. You can see if you are vibrating high enough, you can see these things. And some people are actually capturing some of this phenomenon, and it's not even phenomenon, because it's literally what's going on, you know what I'm saying, in the higher realms. And yes, we are, like I said, we have access right now where we are, because I explained before, the fourth dimension is a transitory dimension. It's just a dimension that we move through. It's not one where anybody stays at, okay. So this is kind of where most people are. So but right now you have access to the third dimension, okay, that you are used to, the old world, and you also have access to the higher dimension, the fifth dimension, okay, because again, the fourth is an in between, and this is kind of where most people are. And so you can, you have access to both right now. And so, the shift that we felt was basically an acceleration, okay, of that transformation from the 3D to the fifth, okay, because pretty soon, that is going to be more separated to the point where the people that are on the lower realms will not be, we're not going to be in their reach, okay, just like in my dream, okay. In my dream, we were rising from the planet, okay. And that planet was burning, okay. So it could be symbolic, it can be whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, it's happening as we speak, okay. So again, the shift that was felt was an acceleration, okay, because there's this, like I said, the energies that are coming through the sun. So the divine feminine energy at this point, you guys, has been fully integrated, okay. So what's happening right now is that now the divine masculine energy is beginning to reawaken within us, okay. And like I said, we've all we all have to balance both of these energies within ourselves, especially the light workers, okay, especially the twin flames, the 144,000, okay. You have to balance these energies within yourself, okay. So hence the dreams that a lot of people all over the planet right now are having of water, Okay. And I don't know if you guys remember me, because when I had my dream of water, because I told you guys I have my stuff a little bit ahead of you guys, being an oracle. That's why I have it a little bit ahead of you, so that I can let you know what it is when it comes. Okay. So I told you guys about my dream when I had it. And this was during a Pisces full moon. I remember it very clearly. And I told you guys about it because I don't know what I called it. Like, if you look back in the videos, you'll find it. In the dream, I was sleeping, and this was when I was going through, my hardest parts of, after being ghosted, going through healing, mending my own heart. I was going through it, and I was literally drowning in emotions. Was the way that I had felt at that time, and I had had a dream at that time during the Pisces full moon. I dreamt that I was like sleeping just where I was sleeping at in real life, okay? But I could see myself, okay? And so, so I was sleeping at the bottom of a body of water. It was like I was at the bottom of the ocean, okay? But in the dream, I had begun, even though I was still sleeping in the same position, my body had begun to rise through the depths of the water up to the surface. And this was during a Pisces moon, mind you, okay? And so, and that the next day, when I woke up from that dream, I felt much more emotionally balanced than I had been the whole time since, my heart had gotten broken. Okay. And so, healing, I talked about it. I told you guys it was like a supernatural intervention. The angels, somebody came and helped me and pulled, you know what I'm saying? Pulled me up above the emotions to where I wasn't drowning in them. Okay. But I was on the surface now. And like I said, when I woke up, I have never been that deep, under my emotions since then. So it was a real healing that took place, but the dream was one of me being sleeping under the water. Okay. And so I shared that dream. And like I said, it was during a Pisces moon. All of the water is very significant because as the divine masculine energy begins to waken, okay, to reawaken within the collective, because again, we've integrated the feminine energy. Okay. Those of us who have been on the journey, we have cried all the tears that are, we could muster. Okay. What's that song? What's her name? There's no more rain in this cloud. I'm all cried out. There's no more rain in this cloud. I think of her. She was D'Angelo's baby's mama or something before. But she talks about that. I'm all cried out. There's no more rain in this cloud. We can't even pull up no more tears. Okay. We have cried rivers. We have integrated the compassion, the love, the unconditional love. We have forgiven. We have accepted apologies that we never heard. We have healed ourselves. And so we fully integrated that feminine energy. And so now, as the divine masculine awakens in the collective, it's beginning to stir that water element within us. Because if you think about it, okay, if you remember, if y'all know, the very oldest archetypes of the male energy were the male water gods, such as Poseidon, such as Oshun, okay, such as Neptune, whatever your pantheon is. Welcome, Angela, whoever else has joined the chat. But remember these water gods, okay? Because a lot of if you are a light worker, a lot of you guys have had dreams of water. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Some of you are having beautiful dreams of water, of the ocean, of the beach, and others people are having nightmares of tsunamis and of the abyss, okay? And this is the quality of the dreams that you are having about this water, okay? It's all dependent upon how well you are integrating this divine masculine energy that is beginning to awaken within the collective, okay? Because like I said, with mine, it was smooth, okay? It was very smooth because, of course, y'all know that Oshun is very intimately connected to the water. But right now we're talking about the male water gods, okay? So one, like I said, Olokun, Poseidon, okay, Neptune, these are water gods, okay? And so this is what is awakening now in the collective, the male, that masculine archetypal energy that that is inspiring these dreams that a lot of light workers are having. Okay. And so, like I said, whether you're having a good dreams about water, involving water, or whether they're nightmares, depends on how well you're integrating the male, that masculine energy, because that is basically what that water represents. And this is why when I had my water dream, I was sleeping up under it and I was drowning in it. Okay. But it was like I had been working on myself, you know what I'm saying? And as I had begun to not be so over emotional, being an empath, and I had begun to integrate my more of the intellect part of it, you know what I'm saying? And understanding that I had to heal myself and that no one was coming to save me. I began to integrate that masculine energy. Then, I was no longer drowning in that water. I was lifted up above it. Okay. And like I said, I didn't feel like an empty cup anymore, but I had filled myself up. Okay. And so I know what that feels like. Okay. And so my dream of the water, it was a healing dream. Okay. But like I said, the quality of whatever dream you're having, whether you had a nightmare involving water or you had a beautiful dream involving water, that's going to tell you how well you're integrating this masculine energy that's coming in. Okay. And so, because due to the higher vibratory solar frequencies that came in, okay, through the sun, okay, as the feminine energy, that solar fire, the feminine energy coming in, you can see it. If you have eyes to see, and you go out and you look at how the sun is what's coming through the sun right now. Like I said, stay tuned, because y'all know I love to edit me some videos. I have captured a lot of 5D earth images as far as the way different colors are available to be seen, and the way energy is moving differently, and angels are showing themselves and fairies are showing themselves, because we are in a higher realm, my people. Okay. And so the energy that has come through the sun, it is changing the molecular structure, okay, and the atomic structure of the water. Now, if anybody is because I've studied this for a while, as far as and I've added it, I believe, into some of my I don't remember what I added it into. It may have been some. I believe I did it with some. A matter of fact, I know I did in a couple of the dissecting the devil classes. I introduced you guys to Dr. Masaru Emoto. Okay. And he studies water. Okay. And he studies the molecular structure of water. He somehow freezes the molecules of water, and he impresses energies on the water, just like we do when we're doing rituals and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Whatever materials that we're using, but his element is water. Okay. So he had put he put water in different jars, and he wrote different words on the water, like I hate you, I love you, you're beautiful, whatever. And he watched how those energies changed. You had a dream about water. It was like a flood. Okay, so then this is why you're here, to fly for this BS. Okay, because again, we are all being drawn to our own soul family. This is why you're here. I'm talking to all of you who have had dreams of water. Okay, because the dream, that's what's happening. You're integrating that male energy. Okay, and so what was I saying? Masaru Emoto. So he, if you guys, I will, a matter of fact, I will put some links to some of his work in this description when I'm done. But he studies the molecular structure of water. He puts different energies into the water, like love and hate and appreciation and indifference, and he watches how those energies change the structure of the water. Okay. The dreams, your dreams are very real, and they have some very deep messages, and symbolism in them, and so you pay very close attention, because this is your larger non-physical self that is communicating to you through your dreams. Okay, this is your higher self communicating to you through these dreams. And so if you've been having the dreams about the water, again, integrating that, it's all about integrating this masculine energy, because again, they forgot about those male water gods that, they're in the depths. That's why they're in the depths. You know what I'm saying? They're in the deepest parts, because it's been hidden in the subconscious regions of the mind. I mean, the physical body is like a microcosm of the earth that we are on. There's the earth is what they say, people say 70%. There's a school of thought that says 90% water. Okay, so let's just say that the earth is 90% water, so is our bodies. Okay, and so you know what I'm saying, everything that you're studying in that water is also what's happening in our bodies. Okay, and so Masuro Emoto basically was showing you how certain energies affect water, because that's also how they affect our bodies. Okay, and so right now, because like I said, the energy that's been coming through the sun, which is a feminine energy, that feminine fire, okay, that solar feminine energy that has come through the sun is literally changing the atomic structure of the water. So on the level, okay, so let's break this down to the divine masculine and feminine, just as physical people, as this solar fire of the feminine. Because what happened was, when the feminine was left alone to fend for herself, that's exactly what she did. Okay, being a nurturer, being a light worker, being a goddess. Okay, and not even knowing it, she was forced to get to know herself, because she was not going to allow herself to fail. Okay, she already had a higher self that was already watching over everything. Okay, and already had, you know what I'm saying, a spiritual father and some spiritual parents who were not going to allow her to fail. So what she was forced to do was to flap her wings and to realize that she was a butterfly, and that, you know what I'm saying, she can rise above all of the adversities and whatever else was coming, right? And so the divine feminine became the phoenix. She rose out of those ashes when she was left for dead. Okay, so if you guys haven't checked out the divine feminine reading, check it out. She is an ever increasing light, brighter and brighter and brighter, until you literally become the Shekinah glory, which is the light of God. Okay, the feminine aspect of God. This is what's coming through the sun. This is what has changed the molecular structure of the water on the planet, meaning that the divine feminine, by doing your work, okay, by putting in your work, the masculine, which is intimately and innately connected to you, he had no choice but to come along. You basically, you forced the divine masculine to grow, okay, and to change, because you changed and you are connected, okay, very intimately connected by spirit. Okay, and so when you did your work, divine feminine, you forced him to change as well. Okay, and so that is what is happening. Okay, since the water on the planet is changing, it's also changing us in a profound way, and on a very profound level. Because again, Poseidon, Olakun, Neptune, these are male water gods, that they reside in the deepest depths of the abyss of the oceans. Okay, in the subconscious regions of the mind. The feminine, when you shine that light coming through the galactic sun and shine that light on those waters, you brought those male gods to the surface, honey. Okay, yes, they are on the surface now. Okay, so it's meaning that this is what is awakening within the conscious of the collective, that divine masculine energy. Okay, so understand, water is the most receptive of all the elements. Okay, it retains memory, just as the cells of our physical bodies also hold memory. Okay, if you didn't know that, yes, we all have cellular memories, and this is why, you know what I'm saying, people who have been through certain things in our culture, our ancestors have been through certain things, why we have, feel certain ways about certain things. Okay, because it's in our memory. We was born with it. Okay, I'm Native American and Black, so imagine the cellular memories that I have. Okay, and so you know what I'm saying, of things that we have gone through. And so, not only of negative things that have happened, but of skills that you have learned, of spiritual gifts that you have. This is why we're born with the things that we have. It's literally encoded in our DNA. But if you want to take it even further, then, you know what I'm saying, your earthly heritage, then let's take it back to the stars. You know what I'm saying, where you from? Some of us are Lemurian, some of us are from, you know what I'm from Sirius B. You know what I'm saying, some of us remember Atlantis. Okay, so these are the things that are awakening now. within our cellular memories, okay? Because the cells hold memories of experiences, of the emotions that were caused by the experiences, okay? Because we are so innately connected to the earth, okay? That as the water on the earth purifies itself, our cells are also purifying themselves, okay? By purging and releasing and clearing out those old memories of traumas and things that we've gone through, okay? As our ancestors. Okay. And so, I talked about it, I believe, in my last video. Like, damn, why do I keep weeping? What the hell am I crying about? I'm not even sad. Okay. Because why? Because this was coming up from the depths of my soul. Okay. This was my ancestors' tears. I didn't stuff that I didn't even remember, but yet I did. Okay. In my soul. Okay. And so this is what has been happening. And so for a lot of people, me being an empath, I express my emotions. Okay. But for most people, you have been taught to suppress those. And this is why they come to you as dreams. Okay, this is why, because they're in your subconscious. This is where Olokun is. This is where Poseidon is. Okay, this is where Neptune is. They are in the limbic regions, the very depths of your. They've been in the subconscious. Okay, and so for me, I easily express my emotions. This is why the divine took me and just pulled me up from being drowning in it. You know what I'm saying? And I just woke up and was filled back up. You know what I'm saying? That's how mine happened. But you know what I'm saying? For most of the collective, those memories of emotional traumas and all of those things have been stored in your cellular memory. So if you've been weeping a lot, you know what I'm saying, or feeling emotional a lot, this is why. Okay. And this is why I share my story. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about, anybody, what somebody got to say about it, because they're not even doing the work, honey. Okay. So if you are releasing and clearing, then you know what I'm saying, you the goat. Okay. You're the one who are releasing and clearing traumas from your bloodline. You know what I'm saying, clearing generational curses, that have been stored within your cells, now are being activated by the purification of the water on the planet. Okay. And this causes us to physically begin to cleanse and purify ourselves as well. Okay, reconfiguring ourselves on a very profound level from the inside out. Okay, and the reason why this must happen is because, I told you, moving into the higher realms and to be starting to stay there. Okay, our cells have to be prepared to hold these higher vibratory frequencies that exist in the higher realms. Okay, and those are, the energies of unconditional love, energies like gratitude, these energies that constitute perfect health physically. Okay. And so, love and gratitude, they transform you. They level you up from the inside out when these are the energies that you are emitting. When you ain't always complaining and playing the victim and, always finding something to be dissatisfied about, but when you're actually expressing unconditional love and gratitude and reverence for the creator through the creation, okay, then this changes you. This levels you up, like I said, from the inside out, where it actually matters, where it actually counts. Okay. And so as we allow these energies to change us, okay, as a collective, by default, we're changing what used to be that quote unquote distorted masculine, okay, that was refusing to grow. But since he's connected to us, he had no choice. Okay. He's being forced to grow. So that what used to be distorted, and was, used to be controlling and immature and destructive, a destructive energy, that saw themselves as victims. Okay. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. That was the quote unquote old man. that Thoth the Atlantean speaks about in the Emerald Tablets. Okay, so if you know what I'm saying, if you're not plugged in with us on Oshun Aj exclusive on Patreon, I suggest you join us. Okay, we have continued the Emerald Tablet book study. Okay, but Thoth the Atlantean, he talks a lot about the old man. Okay, because of course, as you go through this transformation that's happening right now, then you become a new man. Okay, and so but the old man was a very controlling, immature, destructive energy that felt like they were a victim of something. But what they actually were doing was terrorizing every damn body else. Okay, that was the old man that Thoth talked about. Okay, but in this new earth energy, the new earth is giving birth to a new man. Okay, a truly divine masculine. Okay, a masculine that is truly divine, one that is balanced, that is supportive, that is loving and responsible. Okay, who don't want that? Ain't that what they were supposed to have been to begin with? Okay, but we're unbalanced. Okay, this is not about bashing or male blaming. This is just about speaking what God loves, which is the truth, honey. Okay, the new man thinks with his heart. Okay, and he supports the feminine in her manifestation. You know what I'm saying? The things that she wants to bring to life, the way that a supportive mate would during a pregnancy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is both of our baby. She's the one carrying the baby. Let me take care of her and support her and nurture her so that we have a healthy baby. Okay, this is how the new man is going to support the feminine energy when she brings her ideas to him, and I want to let help me manifest this. Okay, water representing emotion, along with the this unimpeded flow of this divine creative intelligence. Okay, but these two together, the feminine and masculine energy flowing together unimpededly, creates new life. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. This is making love. Okay, cosmically, when you bring these two energies together and there's no blockage, okay, then you create new life. You can breathe life into anything that you wish to. Okay, so this is divine creative intelligence. Okay, and emotion. Okay, that is it, like I said, unimpeded, flowing together. Then you bring things together in life. Now, this is why the devil has fought so hard to keep these two energies polarized against one another. This is why divine feminines have been being ghosted by the distorted masculine. This is why the masculine is distorted, because the quote unquote devil knows that he's weak to the flesh. So all I gotta do is throw up a Jezebel, something that that he thinks he wants. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of divine masculines will choose lust over love. And this is how, what I'm saying, this is how that divide came about. Okay, but when you have these energies that were meant to be together actually flowing together, that old energy of patriarchy begins to be washed away and cleared away and released, okay, from the cellular memory of humanity. Okay, and that's what's happening right now. So a new peace loving, supportive, masculine energy is now coming in. Okay. And so, not just into it. Yes, the divine masculine is being rebirthed, but this is a new, this peaceful, this new masculine energy is being balanced in all of us. Okay. And so now that the masculine and divine energies are no longer polarized, but ready to move harmoniously together into a higher frequency, as we enter into the higher realms, it does seem that time will speed up, okay, or that it actually has sped up for those of us who have already been manifesting in the higher realms. It seems like, for me, what I've noticed is that, like, damn, I've always had the ability to speak things into being. But I mean, it's happening like almost instantaneously, to the point where it's damn near scary. Okay, but then I was taught a long time ago. I was prepared, to not confuse awe with fear, because that's really what it is. It's awe at what's happening and how you're at. Like, damn, I always had this ability. But when it's like when all of that garbage and that blockage, this is why your heart had to be light as a feather. Because, when you got all this blockage and these heavy emotions and emotional trauma stored in your cellular memory and all of that, it blocks your ability to manifest. But when it's all moved out of the way and you're clear, your manifestations are almost like immediate. This is the way it always was supposed to have been. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the way that it's happening, and so it's basically the obstructions that was blocking you removed, and so now the energy can flow freely. So it's not so much that the time has sped up or that your manifestations are happening any quicker. It's just that there's nothing blocking it. Like, your manifestations have always happened. It's just that the more that you remove all the blockage from it, you can manifest very easily. And it's like, the energy is flowing freely, so it seems like it's happening quicker. It's just because, like I said, the divine counterparts are making love. Okay, they are flowing together harmoniously. And when the masculine and feminine energy are harmonious within you, then you create. That's like, making love with no protection, no condom. Okay, it's just flowing freely. There's nothing blocking that new life from being given everything it needs to become a real thing. Okay, this is how another human being is created. This is how everything is created. Okay, and so the blockage, you know it's not there. Once it's like, because for me, I've talked about how I felt like I've been in mourning. I felt like I was mourning for like a whole year, just crying, free flowing ass tears. And I know that the what I was going through was much more disproportionate to what had actually happened. So I knew that what had actually happened had triggered much deeper wounds that needed to be healed, wounds from past lives. This was generational healing that was triggered. Okay, and that is what twin flames come into our lives to do, not to have that happily ever after story that they show you on the movies. This is how you get hurt, because you get your ideas of what love is supposed to look like from movies and shit. Okay, and so Cliff Huxtable or the damn Brady Bunch. Okay, a twin flame is going to trigger you into the deepest spiritual experiences that you've ever had in your pain, but also some of the greatest rewards. Okay, and some of the most magical experiences that you've ever had. Okay, and so but that's what they came to do. And so basically, when you start moving in this energy, little babies start popping up everywhere. Okay, babies meaning the manifestations. Okay, because it's basically the women. We are very creative. We're that divine creative intelligence, and we have ideas. And once once he nurtures that, you know what I'm saying? And once we nurture that with that masculine energy, or once we nurture one another's energy, then the babies can be born. These are the manifestations. Okay, so they can be popping up everywhere. And this is how the new world structures and everything else is created in the new earth. Okay, and the more comfortable that we become moving in this energy in this way, we find a rhythm for ourselves. Okay, of when to rest and when to create, so that we don't exhaust ourselves and drain ourselves. The blockage is being removed, Angela, during the healing process. Is coming out with the tears, honey, as you are crying, as you are, because we talk a lot about shadow work and inner child work. This is basically what it's comprised of. Okay, looking at all of the things that it's like us we hold locked in ourselves, and again, some of it we don't even remember because it's from other lifetimes. It's cellular memories. Again, the twin flame comes in to trigger that. So like and it's not always a love relationship, when someone comes in and they just affect you so deeply that because it's like the tears and the pain, it's coming from a soul level, a level that you've never felt before in your life, and you know that no other human being on the planet understands the level of which you're feeling these emotions unless they felt it too. Okay. They trigger pain from your soul. You know that the tears and your pain is much more disproportionate than what has happened, and meaning that I'm hurting much deeper than I should be. If I was only crying about this little thing that happened right here, it's deeper than that. Okay. I mourned for a whole year. Okay. And I knew it was deeper than just over that little situation. Okay. It had triggered, like I said, inner child wounds. It had triggered past life wounds. It had triggered the deepest healing, okay, that needed to take place within myself. And when you don't resist that and you just allow it to happen, allow those tears to flow, it triggers a spiritual awakening to where you realize, damn, I have been carrying around traumas, memories, some of them suppressed, some stuff you don't even remember. Again, some of it is not from this lifetime, but you in this lifetime, being the contemporary, are the one who can heal it in every lifetime. Okay. And that's the power of it. And so for me, because I felt like, damn, I'm going through something deeper than I felt like anybody ever went through. Okay. It was Jesus's, you know what I'm saying? I was questioning, like, was Jesus's, was his journey even as hard as mine? Okay. But I understood why, we have ascended masters like Jesus, okay, who tell us the story of what it's going to be like when you follow this path. You have autonomy to of course, make changes and decisions, and you have free will to do things your own way. But basically, these books that have been left for us, the texts, whether they were taken from other texts or whatever, if they resonate with you, and they are there they help you to navigate the path. Okay, whether you're looking at it, I feel that if you look at it from a more spiritual standpoint than more than religious, because religious is where man comes in with his little finite understanding of things, and then he tries to condense. He don't understand, so he makes God smaller and less perfect than God actually is. He makes the word, more shallow than it actually is. Okay, so it says to seek first the kingdom, right? And then all of those other things will be added unto you. The kingdom is within you. And so when you spend the time within yourself, okay, searching for the places that are unhealed, that have not been given expression to, that I suppressed because I couldn't handle it at that time, that's the hard work that comes up. And when it's time to do that work, you won't be able to avoid it. Okay, you will know, but the thing is to not be forced, that when your spirit is telling you it's time to do the work, just let it happen. Take the path of least resistance. Okay, as Abraham Hicks always says. Okay. Wow, I've been in hermit mode since September 1st. It's been a while since I really just focused. Yes, I'm too fly for this BS. This is why we are all being given this time. This is what most people don't understand. That's what this whole, time, off of work and in this, the quote unquote quarantine, that's what it's all for us to do the healing that's needed in order to be in the healing, the purging and the releasing, the cleansing because this is the great awakening. This is the mass ascension. Like I said, I've talked about how the Mayans ascended as a collective. Okay, and so it's time to do the work. You're being given the time to do the work. Some people insist upon recreating their 3D reality. They say, I don't want to rest. I don't want to rest. I don't want to stop working. I don't want to stop being a part of that rat race, a part of that matrix. I don't know how to rest. I don't want to rest. Okay, I can't afford to rest. Okay, even though everything in the cosmos is telling you to rest up for the exodus. Cleanse, clean, clear, and purge yourself, because your heart must be light as a feather. You've already been told these things, okay? So, there's people doing the work right in front of your face. There's people right in front of your face having clear and visible transformations, not just physically, but leveling up from the inside out, okay? Follow suit, okay? Because if you do not get right, you will get left. Okay, I've been telling y'all this for years. I've been telling y'all we are ascending up off of this level, and there were several people left behind. Okay, my people will not be perishing for lack of knowledge. Okay, that's the only reason why I'm here. Okay, so like I said, as we move into this higher dimension in the higher realms, you're going to learn how to take that, make a pattern. You're going to learn your own rhythm of when to put your energy and your attention into your manifestations, and you're going to learn when to rest. Okay, a lot of you feel that you're being forced. You feel that you've been forced into hermit mode, but by the circumstances. But that's really your spirit. God needs you to be alone with God and with self, to cultivate that relationship, to do that work, to allow that healing to happen, to cry those tears. Okay, ain't nobody around. Okay, so think about that pain that you've been holding on to for 30, 40 years. Okay, think about it. Let it come to the surface. Cry about it. Release it once and for all. It does make a difference. It makes a profound difference, even in the way that you look, the way you walk, talk, feel, and the way that you manifest. Okay, so in our 3D, our 3D bodies, in 3D, our physical bodies are intimately connected to the earth and to the flow of the water and the moon, because this is all I could break all of that down too. It's basically the reason why the moon controls the tides of the water all has to do with a cosmic war that took place a long time ago. Okay, but the point of it is, okay, is the fact that we are physically connected to that flow of water and connected to our emotions, okay, in 3D, okay? But in the higher realms, the flow is not so much about our physical connection to the water as it is about the flow of our emotions through your heart center, okay? Because again, I've told you that your heart center is a portal to the higher realms, okay? Where the angels is basically through your heart is the way to get to heaven, okay? And so in the higher realms, it's not so much about your emotions being connected to the moon and the tides of the water, but it's basically the flowing of your emotions through your heart center, okay, as the filter, okay, and then through your body as emotions, okay. So instead of drawing energy from the 3D earth, we draw our energy from the higher realms through the heart center, okay. So it's coming from a higher place, so they of course manifest as higher vibratory experiences and emotions, okay, because the heart center is the portal to the higher realms. And so this is why I've continuously said over these months, stay in your center, hold your center. Your heart center is so important, okay? This is why even in all of the spiritual books, the Bible, all the religious texts, the spiritual texts, guard your heart, okay, because from it flows the issues of life. But where is it flowing from? Okay, everything coming through your heart center is coming from the higher realms, okay, unless it's not, okay, it should be. Okay, and so the flow from the heart is the flow, the energy that flows from the higher realms through our heart center is a flow of divine creative intelligence, okay, that is filtered through the heart, okay, and then it flows into our being in a more grounded way than a person who is drawing from the earth, okay, that denser, heavier energy. It's coming, instead of pulling it up from the earth, you're pulling it down from heaven. Okay, the earthly emotions are, love, hate, anger, excitement, happiness, and lots of other, energies that we pull in from the earth. Okay, but when the energy is being filtered through the heart center, okay, and through a heart center that is balanced, every emotion that you feel is going to be rooted in compassion, in gratitude, and unconditional love. Okay, and so, we will still feel the full spectrum of human emotions. Okay, but even emotions such as anger and frustration will still be filtered through the heart and expressed with love and compassion. Okay, and so it's a different experience altogether. So basically, this is how we are beginning to disconnect from that earthly, being innately connected to the earth, especially emotionally. Okay, because when it's this is how a narc reacts, basically using that earthly, when those, because they basically they have no impulse control, and they are controlled by their emotions. Okay, and so their emotions come out as just raw, out of control energy that is not being filtered through the heart. Okay, and so it causes so much pain and destruction. This is what this is it's due to the fact that their energy is unfiltered, it's just wild, it's raw, it's out of control. Okay, when it should be being filtered through the heart. Okay, and then again, it would be expressed even when you're angry. It would be expressed with love, with some compassion for the person that you're angry at. Okay, and so the divine masculine, they represented, okay, until now, those sleeping water gods. Okay, of course we have water goddesses. Okay, Oshun, Yemiya. Okay, but right now we're speaking of Olakun, we're speaking of Poseidon, we're speaking of Neptune, whatever you want to call those male water gods of the deep. Okay, because they reside in the deepest regions. Okay, the deepest part of the oceans, meaning that deep subconscious part of the collective of the human mind. Okay, now that energy is awakening, okay, and moving to the surface. Okay, from the depths to the surface, so from the subconscious to being conscious. Okay, so this is what I mean by the divine masculine is now awakening. Okay, coming up from the depths. Okay, and coming to the surface, bringing with them the power to control the forces of these human emotions. Okay, the force and the flow of human emotion in a way that will create peace. Okay, and abundance. Okay, safety and security, which is what their energy was supposed to be doing to begin with. Okay, but their heart chakras were blocked, were locked, were not involved in the situation. So the energy was just raw, brute force, and there was no love, there was no compassion. Our ancestors knew, okay, that the divine masculine had the power to direct the flow of divine creative intelligence. So they knew that the divine masculine had, if their energy, they knew that the energy flowing from the heart center, okay, as it manifests as human emotions, that masculine energy knows how to direct it into turning it into something tangible. Okay, so when the energy flows from the heart center and it manifests as a human emotion, that divine masculine energy, when it's free and clear, and the tides of the ocean will be calm and balanced on the earth. Okay, instead of being choppy and being tsunamis and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? That's that connection. Okay, but it's basically that's that those male water gods coming from the depths to the surface. Okay, so that distorted masculine energy is being rebirthed in the higher realms. Okay, and therefore in a higher level of consciousness. Okay, so they're coming from, they waking up basically. Okay, and basically returning to their form, their natural form, where they can take this energy that's coming from the feminine and direct it into actually building something tangible. Okay, so these energies are being born into the consciousness of the collective, basically. So those sleeping distorted masculines are beginning to awaken. Okay, and basically the human emotions are the way that they express their human emotions, basically, are beginning to, or will begin to be filtered through the heart center in a way, again, that creates joy and abundance. Okay, and so it's basically, you can have the visual of, these water gods now supporting Mother Earth. Okay, so you know that we get lush green, beautiful, foliage, pastures, fruit trees, flowers, all of that, when that the male water gods make love to Mother Nature and they support Mother Nature. You know what I'm saying? It's indicative of us balancing and harmonizing that divine masculine and divine feminine energy within ourselves. Okay, so the divine feminine emits the love and the compassion, and the divine masculine supports the transformation or the transmutation of those energies into something material. Okay, into love and material abundance. Okay, and once these energies are flowing together harmoniously, all that is left for us to experience as a collective, my people, is gratitude. Okay, so at the end of the day, your dreams about water is the divine masculine being reborn into, back from the, coming from the subconscious of your mind, coming to the surface. Okay, and basically ready to support the manifestation of the new earth. Okay, through love, just like the feminine. Okay, so I just wanted to come and remind you guys of that, because I know you guys are having these dreams. Okay, so if anybody needs me, um to if anyone would like to talk to me personally, you can email me at goddess111, that's goddess with 1D, GODESS 111 at gmail.com, badass magic shop at gmail.com, badass witches with an EZ at gmail.com. If you're interested in, joining my private group where we do go a little bit deeper, you do have a little bit more access to me, and we are doing the Emerald Tablet book study, also the private NoNarcNetwork. Join us on Patreon, Oshun Aj exclusive. Pretty soon, Badass Witch exclusive on Subscribe I will be doing away with that. So if you do want to join me privately, and the private book studies and some of the other things that we're doing going forward, click the link to the to Oshun Aj exclusive on Patreon. Okay, but again, you guys, do not resist this energy. Okay, your dreams about the water, your weeping, your tears is cleansing and purging, and it is the awakening. Okay, of, again, that male energy that has until now resided in the very deepest depths of your, of your oceans. Okay, of your emotions, of your psyche. Okay, and so I'm just gonna leave you guys with that, that little food for thought. Okay, I do appreciate you all spending this time and space with me. It is 3:25 a.m. We've been listening to Meditative Mind, 417 hertz, removing all negative energy in and around you. Okay, love, light, and abundant blessings, my people. Peace.